Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. I would think, let's see here. Let's get it together. Okay. You're going to need shoes today for the workout, and you're also going to want your small ball. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a few seconds to get those things together. If you're already here and you're ready to go, let me know in the comments if you're joining me live. If you're not joining me live, you can go ahead and put it in the comments anyway, but we're going to go ahead and stand up and start marching in place. Uh, Today's a great day for a workout, and I'm excited to be able to talk about our topic for today. We're talking about burning fat, giving you the secrets to burning fat. Well, actually, I'm going to go over eight ways, 8 ways that are proven to burn fat. And then I'm going to, after I give you the 8 ways, I'm going to give you the secret to all of it because there's one big secret to burning fat. So we're going to give you 8 ways and then the secret to why it all works. Go ahead and start marching in place. I'm going to get my water and put it over here. All right, friends, I hope you're ready. Today's workout, we're going to actually be working for 25 minutes and you'll get a full body workout. The only equipment that we will be using today is our small ball. Thank you for joining me. My name is Teresa Horn, and this is the Kingdom Health Show. In my company, Teresa Horn Coaching, I work with kingdom leaders to help them build strength and live healthy and whole to advance the kingdom of God. So go ahead and get up. Make sure you've got shoes on because we will want those and march it out. All right, our first move is going to be a jumping jack. So you can do a full jack when you tap, or you can actually hop it out if you want to. I'm going to be tapping for this first round as I warm my body up. So if you already feel like you're warm, you can go ahead and hop it out. We're going to do each one of these moves for 60 seconds. We'll do 4 moves consecutively, meaning without any breaks. And then we'll have a 60-second rest before we move to our next block. So we'll have 5 blocks, 4 moves, 1 rest in between each block. All right. So I feel like I'm getting warm. 10 more seconds before we move to our next move. Our next move is going to be a squat. Regular squat. Here we go. Line those feet up, down and up, squatting up and down. All right. Woo! I've already got my heart rate up. I can feel it. If you're using your tracker and you're like, what do you want me to put it on? You can use cross training for this workout. Full body workout. We'll be using our own body weight for resistance. Halfway right here. Let's get into our topic for the day. So today we're talking about 8 ways to burn fat. And then I'm going to give you the secret to all of it. Let's start with the number 1. And these are not ranked in order. So, meaning one's not more important than the other, except the secret. But number 1, we've got bird dogs. So we're going to the floor on all fours. So opposite arm moves with the opposite leg. Bird dogs. You want to try to have your body flat like a tabletop. So not overextending that leg, but straight out, pressing through the heel. You want to feel your core engaged. And I can also feel my glutes working as I lift my leg. So number 1, strength training. Number 1 on my list is strength training. So you can do strength training with your own body weight. We're getting ready to move to dead bugs in 5 seconds, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Flipping on our back for dead bugs. Knees bent, arms up, legs up, opposite arm moves with the opposite leg. You could do this with your legs straight or bent. So strength training with body weight, with ropes, bands. So ropes would be like TRX or rope system. Bands would be like infinity bands or long bands or dumbbells and barbells. All of those would be ways to incorporate strength training. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 60-second rest right here. Whew, all right. So keep moving. We got a 60-second rest. And then we're going to do our next round. Next round of 4 moves. Again, with a 60-second rest. We're going to start again with jacks. This time we're going to do lunges, dead bugs, and then bridges using our small ball. All right, so first with strength training. Number 1, way to burn fat. Number 2, and it goes really well with strength training, is to eat more protein. Now, depending on what type of protein you choose to eat, like if you eat meat, if you're a vegetarian, if you're a vegan, the type of protein that you eat will vary. Here we go with jacks. I'm going to go ahead and tap this out this whole time so I can make sure that I can talk through with you able to understand me this whole time. If you want to hop out your jacks, that's fine. All right, but I'm going to tap it. Okay, so eating more protein, that would be things like lean meats, lean chicken, lean turkey, lean beef, fish, seafood. You could, lentils, tofu, nuts and seeds. All of those would be sources of protein. So number 2, our second way to burn fat is to eat more protein. Next up, lunges. Lunges. I'm going to lunge back, and we're alternating. Lost my balance there. So the best thing would be to not be on a mat because that surface is uneven, but I don't want to have my mat in and out, taking it in and out of the frame. So if you have your mat to the side, I would suggest that and not move on top of it because the mat can move and you would lose your footing. Breathing in and out. Deep breath, everybody. We've got dead bugs coming up next in 5 seconds. All right, to the floor for dead bugs. Arms up, legs up. Number 3 for our 8 ways to burn fat. Number 3, get 8 hours of sleep. You may be wondering what sleeping has to do with burning fat, but our body repairs itself when we're sleeping. So when we're awake, our body is busy keeping us alive, rest. Next up, small ball. We're going to put that small ball in between our knees and squeeze. Then we're going to lift our bottom and lower to the ground. Lift, lower, squeezing our glutes, contracting our abs. Remember to zip your zipper. Lift and lower. Now, when I refer to zipping your zipper, if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you go back and watch the first video in this series, flattening your tummy or flattening your stomach, so you can learn how to zip your zipper and properly engage your pelvic floor and your abs, which are actually one thing. We start at our pelvic floor and zip up. All right, 60-second rest. Good job. Putting the ball to the side. I'm going to go ahead and grab a drink of water. I hope you're drinking water with me. Hey. Good job. Yeah, 8 hours of sleep. 8 hours of sleep. Now, I know for a lot of us, that's really challenging to get 8 whole hours, but that's really what we need to get optimal health benefits. 6, you have to at least get 6. 8 is perfect. And even though it's hard to get, because I know it's hard for me to get, you will see a difference. Like, you'll see a difference. It's kind of amazing. All right, jacks, round 3. Okay, this is round 3. This round, we've got jacks, squats, bird dogs, and bridges. Again, you have that option to jack with a hop, right? So you could be hopping it out. I'm definitely not going to be hopping it out the whole time, or else I would not be talking. I would not be talking through this workout with a hop in my jack. With a hop in my jack, y'all. Okay. We got 10 more seconds before we move to squats. Give me a strong 5 seconds. Who wants to hop it out? I couldn't resist. 3, 2, 1, and squats. Squats up and down. Let's move to number 4. Our 4th way to burn fat is to eat more fiber. Eat more fiber. Now, I know it's tempting when we say eat more fiber to think like a way to increase fiber through like drinking Metamucil or something like that. I really want to encourage you to eat more fiber, right? So that would be to include things with fiber into what you eat, or other words, your diet. Diet is what you eat. So ways to eat more fiber would be fruits and vegetables. We're going to the floor for dead bugs to increase fruits and vegetables. Now, if you think about fruits and vegetables, the ones that have fiber are where they're whole and when they have the least amount of cooking done possible. So, raw, if you can handle it, but leafy or crunchy or vegetables that basically are full of fiber. So skins, shells, things that have the outside, they're going to have more fiber. When we think about fruit, it'll be the whole fruit and not fruit juices. Grab your small ball. Ball goes in between the knees. Squeeze that ball. Lift and lower. Remember to zip your zipper, everybody. Starting with the pelvic floor. Low abs all the way up. And make sure that you're breathing. Ooh, I feel it. Stretching out my quads at the top. Take your time and really contract the muscles you want to be working. It's important to master these moves, not to think because they look simple that they're not working. A lot of times I'll have clients who want to work really fast in this move. Take your time, contract the muscles, master the movement, then we can increase the complexity. If you don't master this, there's no sense in us in us adding weight or adding speed because you haven't mastered keeping your abs contracted in this simple basic move. Simple and basic, master and then add it. If you, for my teachers out there, when you think about math, if you don't have a good math foundation, it doesn't make any sense to make it more complex because you're always going to have to go back to the beginning. It's the same thing with your movements, with exercise movements. There's no sense in trying to speed it up or add things to it if you haven't mastered the basics. And that doesn't make you behind. It doesn't make you slow. It makes you a master. When you can master and then move on, you get more benefit. Our next move is going to be skaters, and I am going to move this mat because I'm not playing with that. All right, moving my mat, skaters. So I like to also call this to temptations. We're going to step back and step back. Step back and step back. Now, if you want, you can reach down. This is definitely one of my favorite moves. We do want to make sure that we're shifting the weight away from our knee as we go down and then come up. Now, once you got this move down, you can speed it up, go a little faster. So we got to 4 fat burners. Last one was increased fiber, and I want you to eat it. So think about something you can chew, and try to stay away from those high fiber foods that are genetically modified. All right, last move. What is it? Oh, ballers are next. Back to our small ball. Up, up with our legs. Here we go. This is one of my favorites. So like those foods that say, I won't do name brands, but there are foods that actually are modified to have more fiber in them. They usually add a psyllium husk or like a variation of sawdust, really. We want to try to go with fruits and vegetables. Those things are okay sometimes, but if you can eat vegetables for more fiber, that's going to be the best way to go. All right, we're going to leg drops next. So, taking my mat back out, we are going to be lying flat on our back, legs straight up in the air, and drop, and drop. You could also have a knees bent and do it that way. Remembering to breathe. All right. So after increased fiber, we've got high intensity interval exercise or interval training, also known as HIIT. HIIT is what we do on Saturday mornings. What I do with my clients, 30-minute HIIT workout. We get in, we get out. We get all the things done. Small ball between your knees, lift and lower. High intensity interval exercise gets your heart rate up and also gives you time to recover. So that form of training, high intensity with recovery for a short amount of time, has been proven to really give you a fat burning bang for your buck. So all of these, the 8 things we're going over today, have been proven, have scientific research behind the fact that it's been shown to help with burning fat. So high intensity interval training. Now, 2 things to remember about high intensity interval training and rest are that it happens for short periods of time. If you can do high intensity interval training for a long time, the intensity isn't high enough. And so that's going to vary. This is our 60-second rest, you guys. It's going to vary from person to person. What's high intensity for me might not be high intensity for you. What's high intensity for you might not be high intensity for, your friend who does marathons, who does Ironmans, right? So it depends on the person. You want to work at a high intensity for yourself and then recover. So it's important to listen to your body. That's important anyway, but with high intensity interval exercise, it's especially important. It needs to be high intensity for you. Last round, I'm moving the mat again. We're going to starting with skaters again. One more time, skaters to start. And then we're going to finish with all 3 more core moves. Woo! This has been a fun workout. My clients know when I say it's fun, it's fun for me. What's fun for me might not be fun for you. Just like what's hip for me might not be hip for you. So high intensity, that's going to be high intensity and time to recover. Short bursts of high intensity combined with recovery time. All right, number 6. 6 is cut sugar. You probably knew it was coming. Cut your sugar. Added sugar, we're going to the floor to finish out, everybody. So we're supposed to limit our added sugars to 25 grams a day. So that doesn't include things like fruit, because that's not added sugar. Fruit has naturally occurring sugar in it. We're specifically talking about added sugar. And that should be limited to 8 grams a day, unless we are going to bridges with ball between our knees. Unless you have a medical condition in which they are limiting your sugar beyond 25 grams. 25 grams is pretty low when you consider the standard American diet. So basically, you want to cut things like pastries, processed carbohydrates, going to dead bugs, arms up, legs up, opposite arm goes to the opposite leg. And then you're also going to have to pay attention to everything you eat that comes out of a box, carton, or bag, because most of our food has added sugar in it. So you want to cut your sugar intake. That's going to help you burn fat. Number 7, start your day with exercise or physical activity. Now, what you define as exercise is going to depend on you, but if you start your day with a walk, that would work, because I would include that as physical activity. I would include that as exercise. So start your day with the workout. Going to all fours for bird dogs. This is our last move, everybody. Number 8. And our last way to burn fat is going to be reduce your stress. Make sure you are pressing through that heel. Reduce the stress in your life. So some of you immediately thought of a person. I can feel it. You were like, reduce the stress. There's got to be a person that I'm letting go of. But you do want to reduce stress. And the best way to reduce stress is to learn how to manage stress, to learn positive coping mechanisms to handle or deal with your stress. And we are done. All right. I'm going to go ahead and sit. Stop my timer and sit and finish. Woo! Everything we covered today, and then give you the secret to all of it. I'm going to sit here. Okay. So our 8 ways to burn fat were strength training, eat more protein, get 8 hours of sleep, increase our fiber, add HIIT training or high intensity interval training, cut sugar, start your day with a workout, and then manage your stress or cut your stress. So all of those 8 things are ways to burn fat. And I want to specifically talk about the fact that I am saying burn fat, not lose weight, because there's a difference. And the language that we use matters. We are specifically talking about burning fat, and this whole series is about flattening your stomach. So we talked about the 3 ways to flatten your stomach are to burn fat, are to eliminate bloating, and are to strengthen your muscles so your tummy flattens instead of bulges out, right? So fat burning is what we talked about today. And the key to burning fat is reducing your cravings so you reduce your hunger. Because at the end of the day, you need a caloric deficit to burn fat. So all of the things that we talked about, strength training, eating more protein, they help you with a caloric deficit. They help you with a caloric deficit. So if you sleep more, your body's going to be able to do the things that it needs to do to help your metabolism process through the steps that it needs to eliminate fat, which, digestion and going to the bathroom, all of those things. When you do the 8 things that we talked about, your body's going to have the opportunity to work at an optimal level, which is going to be able to put it in a state where it can burn fat. But without a calorie deficit, none of those things are going to happen. So it's going to help you. All of these things we talked about are going to help you reduce cravings, reduce hunger, and work in a calorie deficit. The other thing is the other things we talked about, like strength training, they're going to help you build muscle and build healthy habits so your body can work at an optimal level. If your body's not working at an optimal level, none of these things are really going to matter. You'll kind of be going in a circle, a circular cycle of not getting results, of working really hard and then undoing those results with bad habits. So the key to all of this is really living in an optimal way, living in optimal health, because we can do things that will help us lose weight, but they aren't healthy. We want to do things that are going to help us increase our health. These are 8 ways that you can burn fat that are also all healthy for you. They will also help you increase your health. So that's why it's important that you understand we're talking about burning fat, not becoming skinny. Because That's not the goal. And I didn't give you the 8 keys to get skinny. I gave you keys to burn fat, and they're all also going to help you increase your health. So, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Teresa Horn, and make sure that you join me next Monday because we're going to talk about another key to flattening your tummy in a healthy way. My name is Teresa Horn. I'll see you guys next week.